For centuries, Hermetic masters whispered of a ritual so brief yet so powerful it could rewire the deepest parts of the human mind. Not a ceremony of robes or temples, but a private inner act. They believed that just 7 minutes, practiced with intent, could dissolve mental programs, redirect energy patterns, and unlock awareness trapped beneath layers of distraction. Most people live under the illusion that change takes years, but the ancients knew otherwise. In their hidden scrolls and coded manuscripts, they left behind tools not for the masses, but for those ready to reclaim their mind. This ritual was one of them. It was never meant to be public. It was never meant for entertainment. It was a weapon, a mental sword to cut through noise, break inner chains, and align thought with the laws of the universe. What you're about to learn isn't a routine, it's a reset. And once you feel its effect, your old mental patterns may never come back. But you must begin with full presence, because the ritual only works if you do. The ritual begins not with movement, but with stillness. You sit, you close your eyes, and you listen, not to the world outside, but to the static within. The Hermeticists taught that the first barrier to higher consciousness is internal noise, scattered thoughts, emotional echoes, loops of doubt. Before any transformation can occur, this chaos must be witnessed, not judged. For 1 minute, you observe. Breathe in, hold, breathe out. Feel the weight of your mind without resisting it. Then, place your focus in the center of your forehead, the seat of your inner eye. With each breath, imagine a golden light expanding from that point, dissolving noise, sharpening awareness. This light isn't just visual, it's intention. The ancient masters claimed that where intention goes, energy flows. This is the beginning of mental transmutation, turning confusion into clarity, fragmentation into focus. The ritual's power doesn't lie in what you do, it lies in how fully you show up. Be here, be still, be awake. Now, with your awareness centered and your mental noise dissolving, you begin the second phase of the ritual, affirmation. But this isn't about repeating surface-level positivity. True Hermetic affirmation involves aligning words with the vibration of universal law. You silently speak, not just to yourself, but as if to the field of energy that surrounds you. One phrase, repeated slowly, becomes the tuning fork for your consciousness. I am aligned with truth. You don't chant it, you become it. With each breath, the phrase anchors deeper into your system. Doubt surfaces, but you witness it without resistance. That, too, is part of the process. Hermetic teachings warned, affirmation without embodiment is noise. But when you feel the phrase, when it stirs something real inside you, that's when the reprogramming begins. You are not trying to convince yourself. You are giving your subconscious a signal, clear and consistent. The field listens. Your cells listen. Your reality adjusts. One phrase, one breath, one shift at a time. If this ancient method already sparked something in you, imagine what will happen when you unlock more. Hit subscribe and turn on the bell, because this is just the beginning. The third stage of the ritual is visualization, not fantasy, not daydreaming, but vivid, deliberate imagination, charged with emotional intensity. In Hermetic practice, visualization is more than seeing with the mind's eye. It's the act of energetically rehearsing a new state of being. You begin by picturing yourself already transformed, calm, aware, in tune with the universe. See the posture of your body. Feel the shift in your breath. Let the imagined moment feel more real than memory. Your subconscious doesn't know the difference between what you feel vividly and what you live physically. This is why the ancients treated imagination not as play, but as creation. As you visualize, emotion is key. You don't just see clarity, you feel it. You don't just picture peace, you inhabit it. Hold the scene, breathe into it. Let it imprint on your nervous system like a living memory. The more real it becomes inside, the faster it begins shaping your external reality. This is the alchemy of perception. This is internal transmutation, and it all begins with one image held long enough to bend reality around it. The fourth phase is transmutation. This is the moment the ritual shifts from preparation to transformation. Everything you've done, stillness, affirmation, visualization, was to prime your system. Now, the energy is ripe for change. In Hermetic philosophy, transmutation is the sacred act of converting one state into another, not by force, but by frequency. You take a limiting belief and expose it to new vibration. You take doubt and infuse it with awareness. You take fear and thread it with breath. You're not erasing these parts. You're evolving them. The ancient masters knew that resistance only strengthens what you fight, but when you include your shadows in the ritual, they become allies. Transmutation isn't about pretending the darkness isn't there. It's about bringing so much light into it that it loses its hold. In this phase, you consciously shift your inner signature. You replace contraction with expansion, scarcity with trust, reaction with presence, and you do it from the inside out. This is not about becoming something new. It's about returning to what you truly are, before fear, before noise, before forgetting. The final stage of the ritual is integration. This is the step where the ritual's effects are grounded in your daily life. It is one thing to feel a shift during the ritual itself, but the true power lies in carrying that shift with you once the practice ends. The ancients taught that wisdom isn't only in moments of heightened awareness, but in how we carry that awareness into every action we take. Now, you must embody what you've experienced. If you've visualized yourself in peace, you act in peace. If you've seen yourself abundant, you act abundantly. This is where the rubber meets the road. It's not about more thoughts, more effort, or more trying. It's about living the truth of what you've embodied. The ritual doesn't end when the timer goes off. It continues in every choice you make, every step you take. The ancient texts called this the path of the silent worker, a person who aligns their every action with the higher law they've awakened to. This is how you carry transformation beyond the ritual and make it a living truth. By now, you've gone through the stillness, the affirmations, the visualization, the transmutation, and the integration. But there's one more element, the hidden thread that binds it all together: consistency. The Hermetic masters knew that a ritual practiced once is a seed, but a ritual practiced daily becomes a force. Rewiring your mind isn't an event, it's a rhythm, and rhythm is one of the fundamental Hermetic laws. If you skip a day, don't punish yourself, just return. Return with more intention, more presence. This practice is not about perfection, it's about persistence. Each repetition strengthens the new neural pathway. Each day you return, you deepen the groove. Your subconscious begins to anticipate alignment instead of chaos. Your energetic baseline rises, and over time, what felt like effort becomes your natural state. The magic is not in the ritual, it's in your devotion to it. This is how ancient initiates built unshakable clarity, not through mystery, but through repetition, ritual, rhythm, remembrance. These are the mechanics of mind alchemy. And the more consistently you show up, the faster the transformation reveals itself, not just in your mind, but in your entire life. So here you are, 8 minutes, one ritual, and a shift that goes far beyond a single practice. What began as stillness turned into a realignment of your entire energetic system. You didn't just visualize change, you embodied it. You didn't just think differently, you vibrated differently. This is the forgotten truth of Hermeticism. Transformation isn't taught, it's practiced. Rewiring your mind isn't about mastering information, but becoming the embodiment of it. And now you've felt it. The mind doesn't just learn through logic, it learns through experience. This ritual is a doorway, but you're the one who must step through it again and again. As you return to it daily, your subconscious will start responding automatically. Your energy will shift on command, and eventually, the inner transformation will bleed into every layer of your outer life. This is how the alchemists rewired reality, not by bending the world outside, but by mastering the one within. And that's the final key. Everything you seek begins by knowing. The system was never broken. You just had to remember how to use it. What if your entire reality was just a reflection of how deeply you've rewired your own mind?